Hello, I'm J.R. Pandy, the No BS Gardener, and we're here at one of my gardens at my garden center here. And today we're going to show you how to properly plant a tree, shrub, evergreen, anything that you want to plant. This is what I recommend for planting. A couple products over here that I absolutely love. Soil conditioner. This stuff is amazing. We buy from 50 different types of nurseries across the country. And one commonality I found in all these nurseries when you look at their growing medium is it actually has anywhere from 1/3 to 50% pine bark mulch in their mix. And what this does is, because everyone has clay soil, at least in my area, that just latches on the roots like cement. And what the pine bark mulch does, it creates some aeration pockets so that you have a real loose, fertile, easy growing medium. I have some competitors that will recommend that you remove all your bad soil and bring in brand new, fresh, loamy soil, which is absolutely ridiculous because what happens is you create a bathtub effect. The water will not be able to percolate through your existing soil, and those plants will literally drown. So definitely you want to mend your soil. Another product I absolutely love, a couple of them here, is Plant Tone. Plant Tone is worth its weight in gold. Plant Tone is made by a company called Espoma, and what it is, it's made from different types of bone meal, feather meal, blood meal, poultry manure, cocoa, alfalfa meal. Plants need 18 essential nutrients to not just live and survive, but actually thrive. And Espoma Plant Tone has 15 of them. The only thing it doesn't have is air, water, and sunlight, which they're probably working on to get. So that's a great, great product. The last one I want to talk about when planting is Myke. Myke is short for mycorrhizae. What mycorrhizae does, it's a beneficial root fungus. And when you plant, I recommend that you put this around the root ball. It has to go around the roots. When it comes in contact with the roots, what it does is it makes more roots. So the benefit of more roots are three things essentially. The plant establishes quicker, so it's going to grow faster. Number two is once you have more roots, you don't have to water as much. Who's got time to water these days? And number three is if you typically have a plant that blooms for a week, if you use mycorrhizae, it can actually bloom for up to an extended week. So that's great. Three great, great benefits to using this product. So today, I'm going to be planting a golden chain tree. I love these trees. And just look at the blossoms. They're amazing. This is just a young one in a 7-gallon pot. It's about 6 to 7 feet tall. And just beautiful, beautiful. I have one at my house. It's been there 15 to 20 years. It's amazing. I counted nearly 500 blossoms on it the other night. So great, great tree. In one of my gardens, I have a spot that needs a tree. So we're going to put this in here. So we're going to start with the good old shovel. And what we want to do is we want to get an idea. When you plant anything, you want to pick the proper plant for the proper area. If it's a sun lover, let's plant it in full sun. Full sun's going to need produce more blossoms. It's going to grow vigorously. You don't want to mix plants that are for the shade into the sun. You might run into some burn, and then vice versa. So definitely talk with a garden center associate. They know what's going on, the right plant for the right area. So we're going to start by digging a hole. Now, I always look at the size pot that I have, or a root ball. And what I want to do is dig 1.5 times the width to 2 times the width of that particular pot and kind of loosen up that soil. So here we go. What we want to do is just throw this soil to the side and maybe chop it up a little bit. Okay, so we have our hole dug. We've got the tree in. Again, it's about 1.5 times the width. We're going to put this Myke in there. And what this is, they've actually got some vermiculite and it's beneficial fungus, mycorrhizae in here. And they recommend that you, I think on a 7-gallon, use about 1.5 cups to 2 cups. Just to be sure here, let me read it real quick. 2 cups on a 5-gallon, so we're going to use about 2.5 cups. So I'm going to take a handful. The most important thing when you're using the Myke is that you rub it on the roots, because it's got to get in contact with the roots. And you can see that we've got a lot of roots in here. So this particular is about 6 cups. So we're going to use 2.5. We're going to use about half of this guy. So about half of it's gone. Again, right around the root system. We put that down, and then we backfill. Backfill with this good soil. Kind of press it down a little bit. You can pound it down or take your shoe, put it around. We're going to finish putting the rest of this good soil around here, and we're going to create kind of a basin so that we can catch the water when we water things. So we're getting real close to getting done here. Now you'll see that I'm just creating kind of a ring around the tree, and that way we'll be able to, when we water, have a little pool so that it'll catch the water and go right in. So all we need to do is add a little water. And if I could have my assistant turn on the water, just a little bit so we get a good trickle. We're almost done. We're going to take some of this plant tone from a spoma. Now, 2 different ways you could use this. You could actually put this in around the root ball. I like to kind of put it on top. And we're just going to kind of dribble that around. And on this particular size, I'm going to use about 3 or 4 handfuls. So this is the perfect way to water. A lot of people don't know how much to water. We've got just a nice little trickle. We're going to let that run for about 5 minutes so it soaks down the plant good and deep. This basin that I've built around it, it's going to hold that moisture in. And we'll just top this off, this around here, with a little more mulch. And that's essentially it. That's how you plant a tree. Use that for all your planting that you do. Absolutely love this pine bark mulch. Absolutely love the spomas, plant tone or holly tone, and this mycorrhizae. It's amazing what this stuff does. So, I'm JR Pandy, No BS Gardener. And if you have any questions, just email me at nobsgardener.com.